These 5 habits will make writing verses super easy because these small shifts have had a big impact on my writing routine. And what I've found is that over the years, they have helped me come up with ideas faster and actually finish them. I'm Marlin, I'm a singer songwriter, and I've been releasing music for a bit over 3 years now. And I want to share what has helped me so far. So, the first thing that I have always done and that I'm now getting back to because I see the impact of it is writing everything on paper. When I started songwriting, I used to write all my ideas on paper and my songs, everything. Even if I didn't have a journal or a book with me, I would search for any piece of paper I could find. I would write it on paper because we have gotten so used to our phones, and writing lyrics on our phone versus with our hands is really not the same. Words hold an emotional charge. So if you write something down by hand, you will feel more connected to it and you will also write more thoughtfully and mindfully. You can type anything on your phone and don't really mean it because typing is done so fast. But if you write by hand, it takes more time. You will feel that the words that you're writing right now are actually meaningful. So, writing my songs on paper has really helped me stay more mindful and more intentional about my lyrics and just mean what I say. And so, if you're writing your ideas on paper, you will have to keep a journal with you everywhere I go. I remember back in high school when I first started writing songs, I had this little notebook of mine everywhere with me. I took it everywhere I went. I wrote during classes, during breaks, in the restroom, everywhere all the time. I was so obsessed with writing, and you will have to become obsessed too, or at least you will have to allow it to just take up space in your life. Meaning, if you're going grocery shopping and you have a really cool idea, you will have to stop it then and there, grab your journal, and write it down. That's what I used to do in high school, and I want to get back to that because the excitement that came with it. When I used to write down my ideas and then go about my day, I could not wait to get home and finish writing what I had just thought of. I became so obsessed with songwriting simply by keeping a journal with me and just grabbing it whenever I felt like I had to write something down. And I personally have many journals. I keep different journals for different purposes. This one, for example, is specifically for lyrics, only lyrics, nothing else goes in there. This is a journal where I write down things that I learn from content or whatever, books. And then I have this one, this journal that I use for my morning pages. And this is number 3 now. Writing first thing in the morning will absolutely unlock your brain. This journal is specifically for that. I write down my thoughts in here, nothing else. And here's the thing, when you write first thing in the morning, and I don't mean writing lyrics or songs, I just mean writing down your thoughts. It will spark ideas for you throughout the day. Trust me, it will happen. I don't know how it happens, but it just happens. What I experience is whenever I write first thing in the morning, I will have ideas come to me. Maybe even during that session, when I do it, I take like 15 or 20 minutes to just write, or then just randomly through the day, I will have a super clear focused thought idea come to me where I'm like, oh yeah, this should be a song. And then number 4, especially if you really struggle with finishing a verse, is I want you to schedule your writing sessions and I want you to set clear goals for each session. What this looks like for me is I will, for example, schedule a session on a Wednesday morning from 10 to 11 or maybe from 10 to 12. And then I will also set a clear goal. I will be like, okay, in this session, I am writing a song on my guitar. And by that, I mean a verse, a hook, and the verse. And then what also really helps me to keep my focus is creating small sections. So I will be like, okay, if I have 1.5 hours, I will spend the first 20 minutes just journaling, writing thought stream. Then I will spend 10 minutes journaling around a specific topic or a word. This can be super easy. You don't have to overthink this for real. Just choose a topic or a word. Let's say you choose the word water bottle, which means you will spend 10 minutes writing down every thought that comes to mind when you think of a water bottle. I would take some time for journaling and then I would spend the rest of the session working on a specific song. Because if you have a clear schedule, there's no space for overthinking or confusion because you'll know exactly what to do. And number 5, and honestly, if I think about it, the most important is finishing every verse you start, no matter how you feel about it. And if all hope is lost and you're sitting at your desk, you have zero ideas, the muse has left you, you're like, I don't know what I should even write about. I know it's really, really easy in that situation to just leave it, give up, and be like, okay, It's probably not the right moment. It's probably not the right day. I don't have any ideas. What should I do about it? But instead of doing that, just repeat yourself with different words. I know it's kind of a cheat code, but it works. And I have done that with some of my songs too, that I still put out, where I would just describe the same situation in different words. I have a song called Different Vibe where I do this. It's a manifestation song, and I just talk about how I attract my desired reality. And I'm not even really telling a story in that song. I'm just talking about how, yeah, I have everything I want, everything is working out for me, and I still managed to write two verses. And honestly, if you can take a concept and still write two verses about the same thing without it getting repetitive or boring, you're winning. You're winning. So before you quit, just try repeating yourself with different words, or talk about evidence of how something is showing up in your life, how that makes you feel. Try and write about different examples of how a specific condition is playing out in your life. Because if you kind of look at the thing from different angles or standpoints, it still remains interesting. So, yeah, these were the 5 habits that I use in my songwriting. I hope this helped, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.